Very good. So happy new year to every single one of you. Welcome to 2026. I wish you every good thing that this year has to offer. And I pray that you are going to end 2026 more richer, more healthier, more smarter, and more bigger than you are now. So now we're going to be talking about 10 things. In this session, I'm going to be talking about two major topics. The first topic I'm going to be talking about is 10 things that you can do to end 2026 richer. 10 things, no matter which level you are financially. 10 things you can do to change your 2026 for good. I'm going to talk about it in this session. Yeah. Then the second thing I'm going to be talking about is the basic secrets that have helped me make over $100,000 from the internet. The basic formula that made me made over or close to $100,000 from the internet. So without wasting too much of our time, let's go straight to the point. Now, to excel in 2026, the point I'm going to be sharing here, you won't hear it anywhere, so take it very serious. Because aside from the fact that I I have consistently make money online, grow my income and invest, I'm also a consultant, financial consultant. So the knowledge I'm going to be sharing from here are not just theoretical knowledge. They are knowledge I've garnered from experience. One thing about consultancy and teaching is that you get to listen to a lot of persons, hear people's story, and from that you get more experience about life. So as somebody that mentor a lot of people, I've noticed a lot of things among people that don't make them grow financially, which is number one, a lot of people don't track their progress. They don't track their life. So the first thing you need to do to win in 2026 is to do a review of 2025. Who is that person disturbing us? Need to do to win it is to do a review of 2025. Business owner, you actually you need to know what you have done in 2025. Because you cannot grow whatever you don't measure, grow whatever you don't stop. Because there's no way you can know if you are growing if you don't have data. Some of us don't have that about our life, don't have that about our income, don't have that about business. Off the top of my head, to tell me if you ask me how much I made June 2023. I'm talking about 2024, I'm not talking about 2025, 23. I know how much I made every month of last year. Every single month, I know how much I made. Every single month, I keep record of how much I make. I know the estimate of how many people my business generates. Financial Master Academy, I can tell you the estimate of how many leads or how many people will reach out to last year. So if I want to grow Financial Master Academy, I can now know, okay, this is where I am now, then this will be my next target. Some of you now, you go to church, course overnight, you are praying, God, help me financially, I want to grow. But then, how do you want to grow? That's the question. You are just asking you want to grow. The question God is asking you now, how? Because okay, imagine two people, one person goes, and the person is telling God, God, I made 10 million naira last year. Thank you for helping me make 10 million naira last year. Now I want to make times 2 of that 10 million. I want to make 20 million. God will now ask the person, how did you make the 10 million? the person will now say, I sold 100,000 units of my products. Then God will now tell the person, okay, all you need to do to make 20 million is to find a way to now sell 200,000 units. And how can you now sell 200,000 units of your product? It's simple. Maybe you reach out to more persons through adverts, or you, yeah, yes, I'm recording the class for the person asking. I'm going to drop the recording. I'm recording it. The person saying how to join, click it, is above, click and join. So God will not tell the person, optimize this, optimize that. But if there's another person that goes, God, I want to increase my income, God will not tell you, okay, how much did you make last year? You don't even know. So where will it start from? How will it help you? Most times we are the problem. We don't keep record. So the first thing you need to do now, what I want you to go and do after this session, take a pen and a paper, review your 2025. Write down the important part of your life, in this case, your finances. Ask yourself, how much did I make last year? How much did my business generate? How much was my salary last year? Do a review. Because you can never ever have this at the back of mind. You can never ever optimize and grow if you don't have sufficient data. It's only with data you can actually optimize it. Optimize. So you must learn to start keeping records. Some of us, the reason we think we are not growing is because we are not keeping records. You really don't know how far you have gone, except you are keeping record. Record keeping helps you track your progress. It helps you know that you are actually trying. It helps you know that you are seeing growth. It helps you know you are seeing progress. So the first thing you want to do is to go and review your 2025. Then this 2026 that you are in, make it an habit to keep record. Record keeping will change your life. It will change your life. Make it an habit to keep record. So you want to start keeping record. Then the next thing you want to do to change your 2026. So number one, review your 2025. Do a review. Number two, set goals. You cannot just come into 2026 and say, I want to make more money. You need to define your goal. For instance, we are over 3,000 here. I can come and say, I want more persons to join FMA. Right? But that's not really a goal. That was more like a big goal. That was a wish. But if I come and say, I want, by the end of 2026, I want us to be 6,000. That is now a goal, a defined goal. Because now I have a number in mind. I have what I want to work with. That's the right way to set goals. I call it a goal. You want to make more money, is not a goal. I want to make 10 million is a goal. Are you seeing it? So when you define your goal, it gives it force. It gives it force. Some of us don't know how to set money goals, especially on some of us doing businesses or some of us in 9 to 5 job. If you are making 1 million per month in your business, right? I want to make more money. Instead of saying I want to make more money, start by saying, okay, I want to increase my 1 million per month to 1.5. So now you know that your new goal is to find a way to make an extra 500K every month. That way, all you need to do now is either to increase the price of your product or to find a way to reach more people. You critically analyze your business, look for 1 or 2 areas to optimize. But some of us just make wishes. Some of us don't even set goals. We just live our life and hope that things will become better. Hoping that God will just make things better for us. Praying for your life to change. But every single person you have seen today that is winning are people that are deliberate. There is nobody that is winning in any area that has done it by luck. They are strategic and they are deliberate. They need plans and they follow through to the plan. There's nobody that wins by luck. So you can never ever win the money game in 2026 by luck. You have to deliberately do it. There is nobody that is rich today. If you want to be poor, you should leave this chat. I'm not talking to poor persons. I'm talking to rich persons. I'm talking to potential millionaires. So if you intend that you want to live your life as an average person, then you have no business being here. Better stop this session and go and sleep. So I'm talking to potential millionaires. So some of the things I'm saying here, you'll find it very, very uncomfortable. It might not sit well with you, but that's what we help you grow. So some of us, we are living our lives just the way animals live their life. They wake up in the morning with no plan. They just do things as they come. That's not the way to win. You need to take charge. You need to decide, okay, this is what I want to do today. You make plans. You plan your day. You plan your week. You plan your month. You structure your life. That is how to win. There is no business. There's no big global business that doesn't work on structure. Because when there's no structure, there's no system. Everything just gets coerced. It's only structure. So you need to look at your life as a business where you are the CEO, and you need to give your life structure. You need to set goals in every area. Now, the interesting thing about money is this: every single thing you do around your life affects your money life. Whether the kind of food you eat, your friends you keep, it affects your money life. This takes me to the third point: detoxify your environment. I've given 2 points already. Number one, I said review your 2025. You need to know where you currently are. You need to know your level. When you review your 2025, it gives you a clear instruction on the level you are currently. You will now say, okay, I am on 500K per year. That's my level. Okay, I am on 10 million per year. That's where I am now. Okay, I am on 100 million per year. That is my current level. Then number two, like I said, you need to set clear goals. Set clear goals. Then number three, detoxify your environment in 2026. Let me explain what I mean by detoxify your environment. Now, this might actually be the most important point in this section. Detoxifying your environment. Some of you, this is the only thing you need to do to change your 2026. That's the only thing. Now, every single thing you hear, every single thing you see affects your life. I was speaking to my 1 million challenge student yesterday, and I was telling them about the law or the process of transformation that I learned years ago. The process of transformation states that whatever you see determines what you think. Whatever you see, whatever you read, whatever people you talk to, people you expose yourself to, it determines how you think. And how you think determines how you behave. And if you behave a certain way consistently, that thing becomes an habit. That thing becomes an habit. And it is your habit that will determine your life. So if you want to succeed, if you want to enter 2026 better than you are now, some of you need to disconnect with some friends. Some of the friends you have now, some of you need to de-associate yourself from those persons. Some of you need to go and unfollow some pages on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. Some of you need to stop listening to some kind of things. Stop associating yourself with some kind of persons. There are people that are only negative. Some of you need to stop listening to some kind of influencers. If you want to live the kind of life you want, if you want to live a better life. Some of you are in 2026, you are following people telling you that you shouldn't buy books, you shouldn't pay for courses. Those are the kind of people you follow and listen to. Some of you need to de-associate yourself from kind of thing, because all those things will determine the kind of life you live. It was Jim Rohn that said that you are the average of the 3 people you spend the most time with. So if you tell me the 3 people you spend the most time with, I can tell you how your life will be like in 10 years' time. It's that simple. Because whether you like it or not, unconsciously, subconsciously, you pick their thought process, you pick their habits, and you begin to do things the way they do things. It's that simple. So the simplest way to change your life is to change your environment. That's the most easiest way to change your life. And most times, society make it seem that peer pressure is actually a bad thing. But peer pressure has two sides. Because when we went to secondary school, they taught us avoid peer pressure. But peer pressure is not necessarily bad. There can be a good side of peer pressure. If you associate yourself with people that are doing well, they will pressure you to do well. That is actually peer pressure, but the good side of peer pressure. It's not necessarily peer, it's not necessarily, it does not, it's not every peer pressure that is bad peer pressure. Some of you need to associate yourself with positive peer pressure in this 2026. You need to deliberately start consuming books. Some of you actually left, you have not read anything. Nothing. Let me explain something to you. You cannot wake up one day, see a girl, and go and meet her and say you want to marry her in one day. You just see a beautiful lady. You cannot go and meet her and say I want to marry you, and you get married to her. It can never happen in real life. You, things like that only happen in movies. It takes process to marry a lady because you have to be her friend, you have to date her, you guys have to know each other before she even fall in love with you and you guys get married. That's the same thing that happens with money. Some of us, we don't have a good relationship with money. We don't understand money. We have not built that connection with money, but we want to make money. We want to have financial freedom in our life. And let me tell you something shocking I've come to learn about money this past year. When it comes to money and living, using the best out of money, it is actually beyond making money. Most persons think that once they make money, it's over, it has ended there. Let me tell you something. Making money actually can sometimes be the worst thing that will happen to you as an individual. Because money that is not into the hands of somebody that is disciplined will ruin that person. So the only way to actually enjoy money to the fullest is to have a good relationship with money, is to understand it. Understand it very well. Because the subject of money is deeper than most of you think. It is not. It is beyond making money. It is beyond investing money. You need to learn how to have a good relationship with it. You need to learn how to make it work for you. You need to learn how to get the advantage out of money. So this 2026, be deliberate about your environment. Be deliberate about the people you listen to. Be conscious of the friends you keep. Some of you shouldn't be hanging out with those people in your street again. They'll call you proud. But then the kind of places you want to go to, the kind of life you want to live, some of you can't be hanging out with those kind of persons. Be deliberate about not hanging out with poor people. You will never ever see me in a garden of poor person. It can never happen. And it's not because I'm proud, but because I am conscious of the kind of things I take in. I'm conscious of the association I have. I deliberately try to go to where rich people are. So when there's an event, I pay for it. An expensive event, I pay and I go because I know that people won't pay to go for events. I like to go to. It was before that I make money, then I'll go and look for a cheap hotel. These days, I want to stay in a good hotel, not something very expensive, but something that's okay, so that I will not be around where poor people are. The person saying you can't see anything, maybe it's your network. But are you guys hearing what I'm saying? Please, I need to know if you are following what I'm saying. So please, if you can hear me, you need to drop a comment so that I can know
Yes,
if
sir,
you
we
are
can hear
listening.
you.
Okay, maybe that person have a network issue, but I'm going to drop the recording. So you need to be deliberate about the people you hang out with. And it's not even pride. And of course, a lot of persons will mistake it for pride, definitely. But you know where you are going, so you need to be conscious of what you do. So this 2026, detoxify. To detoxify means to remove toxic things. Some things are toxic to your growth. Some things are toxic to your dream. Some things are toxic to your future. And this toxicity can be in form of a friend. This toxicity can be in form of influencer you are following. This toxicity can be in form of a music you are listening to. This toxicity can be in form of a group you are used to. This toxicity can be in form of a place you visit. You need to detoxify. You need to think and ask yourself, these things, are they helping me grow? This person, is he helping me grow? And detoxify, remove those things in 2026. It's very, very important. You need to do that. Right? So another thing you need to do is, I think I've given, that's the third point. Right? So that's the third point. Abi, you guys should let me know. Is that the third point or the fourth point?
Third point.
Good. Now let's talk about the fourth point. In 2026, you need to build a strong cash flow system. That's the fourth point now. So, see, I need somebody to help me do something. Somebody should be outlining the points in the chat. So, the first 3 points I've listed, somebody should type it. Point 1, point 2, point 3. Then this fourth point, add it. So, anytime I bring a new point, the person will just be updating it. All the person needs to do is just be editing it and be updating it. So, I will appreciate somebody to do that so that I will know the number I am and so that other people can be following. So the fourth point is build a strong cash flow business in 2026, a cash flow system in 2026. Right? Now, I made a video on TikTok today and I was talking about the fact that the average, that some persons, even if they save their 1 year salary, they cannot afford to buy a Nigerian used car as cheap as it is in Nigeria. And I even went ahead to say it's most times it's not even their fault because right now the economy of Nigeria is not really good. Things are just becoming unnecessarily expensive. But then that's still not an excuse. In that video, I went ahead to talk about 4 things that we as individuals can do in 2026 to make more money for ourselves. So I'm going to state them here. Right? For you to build a strong cash flow business or system, let me use the word system. When I mean cash flow, I mean you should be able to make consistent and predictable income in 2026, something tangible. You should, please. You should. And you are lucky to be here because this group alone is something that can give you predictable income, especially with the fact that we drop consistent signals. The signal that was dropped today by this guy, it did over 300%. The Bitcoin signal that was dropped. So signals are always coming here that we can use to make money for ourselves for those that are interested in crypto trading. But then that's by the way. So let me continue. To build a strong cash flow system, you need to find a way to make money consistently in 2026 and not just something small, something tangible. In 2026, some of you need to switch businesses. Some of you need to switch business models in 2026. It's very, very important. Now, there are some business that can never make you rich. If you are young and you are listening to this, you have a very big advantage. Don't take it lightly. There are some businesses that cannot make you rich. It's not every business that can make you rich. I'm not talking down on any business, but it is extremely difficult to become rich with a business like POS in Nigeria. Those businesses are for survival. So if you are doing that kind of business, no offense to you, but in 2026, start thinking of something else. Now, there's something I learned years back when I came into the online space, that there are 2 types of skills. We have high income skills and low income skills. High income skills are skills that basically give you high income. Low income skills are skills that give you low income. And with this knowledge, I made a post on Facebook last year that was even dragged for. I say that don't ever waste your time to learn a skill that cannot give you at least 500K every month in Nigeria. Any skill that can't give you at least 500K every month or any business, don't waste your time doing it. So some of you need to switch niches in 2026. You need to move into a kind of business that can make you millions of naira per month. If you're already making good money, very good. Crypto trading is good for you because with crypto trading, you can make good money. But if you are the kind of person that right now you don't even have anything you are doing, or what you are doing is giving you peanuts, you might want to go and learn a skill. These days, people make millions of naira with YouTube automation. People make millions of naira with ghostwriting. People make millions of naira with copywriting. High income skills in the internet, on the internet, freelancing that can make you millions of naira. Some businesses will keep you small. Some business model will keep you small. Some skill will keep you small. In 2026, some people are still selling data online. What will you do with a data business? What profit are you going to make from a data business? Selling data and airtime. Which profit will you make? So there are some businesses you shouldn't do in 2026. You need something that will give you reasonable cash flow because it takes the same amount of energy you use to do that low income business with the same amount of energy you use to do high income business. Then some of you in 2026, you need to add this, you need to add the side also. Some of us are working in jobs already, but we are not still making enough. You want to consider adding a side hustle in 2026. You can learn a skill and use it online to make money during the weekends. Or you can start creating content. If you're an accountant, create content on accounting. Post on TikTok, post on Facebook, post on YouTube. People are making money from content creation. If you're a medical doctor, create content on medicine. People want to learn about their health. If you are a therapist, create content on mental health. Whatever job you are doing, start creating content on it. Start creating content on it. Now, this takes me to the next point. Don't see, I beg you in the name of God. I wish I can even read down. This 2026, don't joke with the internet. Leverage on the internet this 2026. Leverage on the internet. These days, you see Tony Elumelu creating content online. Femi Otedola is even creating content. The CEO of Boa Smith creates content online. These guys are billionaires, but they are still creating content online. The internet have literally turned nobodies to somebodies. It has changed lives. So it is time for you to start leveraging on the opportunities on the internet this 2026. Don't say I'm an introvert. I don't do all these online things. No, people literally live online and you'll be throwing a lot of opportunities. You'll be throwing a lot of opportunities if you say you don't want to leverage on the opportunities on the internet. Some of you have talents, you have skills, you have things that people will praise you for, that people will follow you for, but you need to come and start showing up on the internet. The best way to change your life is this. For the next 60 days, start creating one video a day on a particular topic and post on TikTok. Create one video a day on a particular topic. You are a lady, you know how to maintain your skin. There are other ladies that want to learn about that. You know how to grow natural hair. Your hair is very beautiful. There are other ladies that want to learn about that. You are a guy. You know a lot about fitness. You know a lot about football. Some of us are on TikTok. We know Combo, we know Adika, all those football guys. Most of them now they're in Morocco watching AFCON. A few years back, those guys were literally nobody. But today, just because of football talk, that you know is something that anybody can do, they are traveling the world now. So you want to start bringing yourself out there. See Aproko doctor. You can't compare him with the average Nigerian doctor. Why? He's online bringing out his content. Even a lot of persons that say things that doesn't make sense and we even criticize are still doing well. Look at Gege. Those guys have become relevant and global brands today because of the internet. So this is 2026. If it's only this point you can pick and run with it, by if you start now, by the end of 2026, you'll be shocked. And you don't even need to know how to monetize it. Just start. You'll figure it out on the way. Taking the internet serious is something that is bound to change your financial life. It's something that will happen. It is impossible that you take the internet serious and your financial life will not change. It is difficult. Only that one alone can promote you to the next level. I'm talking to one person here. Just make that decision. Take the internet serious in 2026. To create content in 2026. Look at those palm tech guys. Look at Pella. Years back, those guys. Because I usually tell people that our generation is blessed because our fathers don't have the opportunities that we have today. No, now. They didn't have the opportunities we have today. These days, somebody can literally start a business from the comfort of his or her home because of the internet. The internet has given us leverage. You can make a post and over 500,000 people will see that post. Over 100,000 persons will see that post. You know what 100,000 is like? Some football stadiums cannot hold 100,000 persons. So for you to make a post with your phone, post it online, and 100,000 persons see that post, because of the internet, is a. Do you know how difficult it is to reach 100,000 persons in the 90s? Do you know the energy, the time it will take to reach 100,000 persons in the 90s? But these days, you can make a random video on TikTok and you get 100,000 is small. You can even get up to 1,000,000 views, a random video. So even if it's dancing, start dancing on the internet. You need to be relevant and it starts from the internet. You have a message. You have a message. And a lot of you can change lives. I usually tell people, it was Jim Rohn that said that if you want something, the best way to get what you want is to give to other people what they want. I'm going to explain again. The best way to get what you want, I'm going to say that again. The best way to get what you want is to give other person what they want. If you can help people solve their problem, your problem will be solved. Some of us, the reason we don't make money is because we are too selfish. We know things, but we can't come out to share our knowledge for free. Some of you here, you met me through TikTok. After you might have consumed my content there for free without you paying me a dime. Unfortunately, then you paid me to join FMC. But if I was like, no, I cannot come and start sharing what I know for free on the internet, because you literally don't even have to pay me for it before you can benefit from my content and make money from it. You don't have to pay me. That's just the truth. Because the content I share on TikTok enough is what people pay for, but I give it out for free. But as a result of those content, I am changing lives. I am fixing marriages. There is somebody that maybe that person will die 10 years time because of poor financial decisions the person is making today. But because of the thing I've shared on TikTok, the person has learned and taken correction, and the person has saved his future without him knowing. There is marriages there are marriages right now that might be going through difficulties because of poor finances. Maybe one party is not managing the finance well, but because of what I've shared on TikTok, the person will learn and properly manage their finance, and the marriages will be fixed, and the children in that marriage will have good parents. So because of what I've shared on TikTok, I have changed a child's future. So if you have knowledge, you are not sharing it out because of maybe fear, because of what people will say, then you are actually not a good person, because you are holding back value that people would have benefited from. And don't ever be afraid to monetize what you know. Don't ever try it, because money is a motivator. If you make money from something, it will give you motivation to do that thing more. And when you do that thing more, you help more persons. The person that is charging money is actually a more generous and better person than the person that is giving it for free. When you charge money for something and you are making money from it, you become motivated to do more. And when you do more, you reach out to more persons. But when you're not making money, you do it when you wish. Sometimes you even stop and quit because there's no enough motivation. Money is a motivator. People do things because they are making money from it. It's a motivator. And when you make money, you help more people, you get ginger to do it more because you want to make more money. So that's why I laugh at folks that insult coaches for charging. Why are you insulting somebody for charging for knowledge and all that? When in recent, that person is actually helping people. That person is actually a more generous person than the person I feel is giving up for free. And let me tell you something about charging for money. When you charge people for money, they take it serious. You are helping them because they take it serious. Just because they paid for money, they are going to take it serious. But when you give them that thing for free, they're not going to take it serious. They won't take it serious. So you help people more by charging them, by asking them to pay you. So in 2026, you are going to take the internet serious. You're going to start creating content. You're going to start sharing your knowledge, and you're going to monetize it. You are going to do that in this group. Some of you are going to start doing it. You need to start doing it because some of you have innate abilities. You are pro in some things. The class is being recorded. Yes, it's being recorded for that person asking. Some of you already do things. You already do jobs. Some of you are catfish farmers. There's a lady here she farm catfish, she farm rabbits. Create content on TikTok. Teach people how they can make money from farming rabbits and catfish. Teach people. Ask them to pay you. Change their lives. Make them better. That way you are changing people's life while you are making money. You are securing your financial future. So this 2026, don't joke with the internet. Now, another thing you want to do is to take investing serious in 2026. Take investment serious. I beg you with the name of God. Some of you are still underestimating the power of compounding. This evening, my mutual fund paid me. I just saw the alert and I actually reinvested it, and I was really, really impressed. I was just smiling. And it is because I made the investment, that's why they paid me. There's nobody money. So in 2026, that person disturbing us, please mute your mic. Who is that person? Mute your mic, mute your mic, mute your mic. I'm supposed to be the only one that is talking. So in 2026, you need to take investing serious. Some of you have been you have been following me, but you have not been investing. And you have not been consistently investing. Who is that person disturbing us now? Who is that person? I need to mute the person. I need to mute that person.
Trading mentorship account, Abi. That's the name.
Trading. Okay, I think I will even remove the person because I want that guy. I can't find the account. Can somebody tag the account for me in the group? Person is delaying us and is making this our session longer. Let's continue. So as I was saying, some of us need to take investing serious in 2026. You need to take investing more serious. Please, if you are young, start investing. Some of us we got the FMC course, we have not finished it. Some of you don't know that I'm seeing your progress from my own end. Those of you that got the course in your email, I'm seeing the progress. More than 90% of you that paid for that course. More than 90%. You have not finished it. I don't know what you are waiting for. Some of you, please go and finish the course. Finish every single part of that course. The stocks part, the crypto part, every part. Then start investing, especially if you already have a consistent income. No matter how small, no matter how small, please start investing. Because when you do it for the long term, the compounding will shock you. I was reading a book yesterday by Femi Otodola. This Femi Otodola book, Making It Big. I was reading the book. He said that at a point in his life, in his 30s, he was just living off the returns of his investment from the bank. He was living a soft life. At that point, it was just the returns of the investment. And let me tell you something. Some of us are in our early 20s. Some of us are in our early 30s. When you start making the right investment, in 10 years' time, you will not need to work. You can just be there and be chilling in 10, 20 years' time. I have like a senior colleague. This guy, the only thing he does is travel. You'll just see his post on Facebook. Today is in one country, tomorrow is in another country. And the only reason he has money to afford all those shit was because he has started investing since. He has started doing the right investments. Invest in mutual funds, invest in treasury bills, buy crypto, buy stocks. I buy crypto always. I buy stock always. By the grace of God, I'll be investing in the stock market next week, and I'm going to tell you guys the ones I'll be buying. I do it, and I'm doing it to build my future. In 10, 15, 20 years' time, I can decide not to even work. Maybe I'll just be working for fun. Because the truth of the matter is that you don't have to be rich, 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 rich like that to enjoy life. You don't have to do that. In Nigeria, yeah, if you can get a passive income that can give you 5 to 10 million naira every month, then you are sorted. You are sorted in Nigeria. If you can get a passive income structure that can give you 5 to 10 million every month, you are sorted. But you need to start making the right investment now, especially if you have a source of income. If you are now, what you are doing is making you money consistently and predictably. Start investing. Start investing. Please and please, in 2026, take investing very, very, very serious. So I've given how many points? First point, review your 2025. Second point, learn to keep record. Third point, set goals. Fourth point, detoxify your environment. That one is very, very important. You need to take out the weeds that are stopping you from growing. Some of you need to end some friendship in 2026. Some of you need to stop following some persons in 2026. Anybody content that doesn't inspire you, that makes you to become depressed, that doesn't help you grow. Because let me tell you something, sometimes there are some persons that even if their content, they think they're inspiring people, they actually make people depressed. Especially people that post lifestyle content. I made a decision last year that I was not going to post lifestyle content. I was not going to post lifestyle content. I made that decision that my content will be more of knowledge based. I don't want to grow my brand with lifestyle, the places I visit. Although it's not bad to post it, which I actually do say, but it's not, I don't want to make it all about my brand. Personally, I don't really fancy people that will come online. Really, traders do it a lot. All they do is post their cars, post get their go to, post the food they eat and all that. No, no, that's not the right way to do it. You actually inspire people by sharing knowledge. You inspire people by consistently sharing knowledge that will help people grow, that will edify people. So don't be moved by things like that. For some of us, we are moved by fancy things. We are moved by people that just post cars, post house, post phone, iPhone, and all that. No, 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 no. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. So in 2026, anybody that doesn't inspire you, you take out that person and follow people that inspire you in 2026. Then also build a strong cash flow system. You can't afford not to be making money. So if you don't have a skill, go and learn the skill. Try to start a business. Add an extra side also to your job, right, in 2026. Then also leverage on the internet. The internet can build relevance, can make you a better person. It can make you glow. Let me put it in that word. It can make you glow. It can make you money. Then take investment serious. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So We have 3 more points to go. Then I'm going to talk about the summary things I've done that have helped me make thousands of dollars online. Now, the next point, which is point number 8, right? Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, 8. Okay, I have 2 more points to go, not 3. So point number 8 is let me see what I have here. Point number 8. I'm coming, guys. All right, this one is very, very powerful. Very powerful. And I'm going to take a lot of time to explain this. Take this the point a lot of persons will not like what I have to say, but I'm going to take some time to explain it. Point number 8. This is the ultimate key to changing your life. Change your mindset. Detoxify your mindset. That's point number 8. There are some mindset that a lot of us need to drop in 2026. And this mindset have been hindering and stopping us from growing. Now, you might be asking, mindset. All this one is motivational talk. But let me tell you something. Your mindset determines how your life will be, whether you like it or not. Some of us have limiting mindset that is not helping us to grow. Let me explain. Some of us need to drop some mindset. Number one mindset I feel some of us need to drop is what I call the masses mindset. The masses mindset. And this mindset is common with Nigeria. You see people saying things like, we the masses. You see people saying things like, government no dey try for us. Who is us? Who is we the masses? As long as you continue thinking you are the masses, as someone that needs to be helped, you will never ever grow. The only way you can actively change your life is to change your mindset from being a mass, being among the masses, to being among the elites. You need to move your mindset from being among the people that need to be helped to the people that help other people. As long as you stick to we the masses, help me, the government don't to try for us, all those category of people, you will remain there for long. That's the mindset a lot of Nigerians have, and that's why they are stuck. And do you know the funny thing about mindset? You don't need to even have a physical reality to express the right mindset, because when you express the right mindset for a long period of time, your physical reality will change. The world works in this way. The mind and the spiritual reality control the physical system. Every single thing you see physically was once in the mind of someone. So the spiritual controls the physical. So for you to change your life, you need to work on your mind, your decision. That will become millionaire. There are if you give 10 million, just then why think you have million few there? You know not amount of money you have in your pocket, you don't even have in your account, it was my or back there if you owing over 5 billion, he lost money and he owed money of $5. Lost it was a lot of bounce back. Why? Because like if I they tell me get this, but now I don't get money, then you will never reach. See, some of you need to understand that being wealthy is not a state, it's an identity. It's just like now, I will ask some of you, what's your religion? You say I'm a Christian. Why did you say you are a Christian? You say you are a Christian because you identify as one. You wake up in the morning, you are a Christian. You wake up in Japan, you are still a Christian. You wake up in Kaduna, you are still a Christian. Even if you did not go to church. Some of you have not been to church in the past 1 year, but you still identify as a Christian because it's your identity. You have come to accept that no matter the condition, I'm a Christian. So you need to accept that no matter the condition, I'm wealthy. That should be your mindset. That's who I am. So when you become that identity, you act that way. So wealth is an identity. It is not a state of the amount of money you have in your pocket. So I tell people that you become wealthy, then you make money. You don't make money to become wealthy. You become wealthy, and then you make money. So you can never ever build true wealth except there is a rewiring of your mind to wealth. That is why you see that wealthy people, their children are always still wealthy. Because why? They were born into wealth. Their mindset have all been about wealth. But it is extremely difficult for a poor man child to be wealthy. As a poor man's child, for someone that is born into a poor home or an average home, life is already leading you to zero because your mindset is already that of a poor person. So before you first of all think of making money, you need to first of all work on your mind. That should be your first, because somebody that was born in a poor home and somebody that was born in a rich home, they are not the same. One person was born with wealth. One person does not know what up NEPA means because that person was born where there is 24 hours electricity. One person does not know what it means to be in debt. He does not know what it means for his dad to be running from debtors. But the other person has experienced that all his life. One person does not know what it means to climb bike. All his life, he has been on he got his first car when he was 16. In his 60, when he was 16. All his life, he was being driven by drivers. So do you expect those two persons to have the same mindset? So if you are already born in a poor home or in an average home, you have already been conditioned to be poor by default. So you need to start doing something about your mind. You need to deliberately rewire your mind to that of a wealthy person. You need to start identifying as a wealthy person, then you become wealthy. Some of us, why do you think you make 10 million, then you blow it? Fear of success. Fear of success. There's something called the crab mentality. The crab mentality, if you put 100 crab in a bowl, you leave the bowl open, no one will come out. Because by the time one gets to the edge, the rest will go and pull it down. It's called the crab mentality. That is common with poor persons. That is why some of you have never ever become rich. You have made 10 million, you have made 20 million, but there's nothing to write home about. Because why? You are afraid. Your brother is poor, your uncle is poor, everybody is poor in your house. You don't want to be the one that is different. So you unconsciously, because most people do the thing without even knowing it. There's something most people know about fear of failure. You don't know that there's something called fear of success. The fear of being different, the fear of being judged. You are the only one that have seen 1 million in your family. So you squander it so that you become like the rest. Because when you are different, they'll start judging you. Fear of success. And you have subconsciously picked this poverty mindset because of how you were nurtured, how you were grown by poor people. When you were born in a poor hospital because your parents didn't have money. The first person that carried you was a nurse. The nurse was poor. You went to primary school and you were taught by poor teachers because your parents didn't send you to go to rich school, especially when you were born in a poor or average home. Because some of us, we are not necessarily poor. At least I wasn't born in a poor home, but I can't say my father was rich either. So it was just average. So in the recent, it's actually poor. Some of us are like that. We're not necessarily poor. We had the basic things, but we are not really rich. So we went to schools that were average and below average that were taught by poor teachers. We went to public universities where 90% of the lecturers there are poor. We interact daily with poor people. Some of us, all our friends are poor people. We have never ever spoken with a millionaire in our lives. Some of us have never ever had a 10-minute conversation with a real millionaire. I'm talking about someone that has seen millions of naira. We have never done that in our entire life. So by default, you have been conditioned to be poor. It is a natural something already standard. Your 27 something years you have left it. You have lived it. 30 something years you have lived. You have had 90% of your interactions with poor persons. So you have been conditioned to be poor by default. That's why you make money. 10 million. You are not investing. Why? Fear. If I invest and I lose this money, instead I'll just leave it in my bank account, or I put it on, or I'll put it in colo. Fear. It is poverty mentality. If I buy a car now, they'll start judging me. Fear of success. You are not trying anything because if I do it and it fails, fear of failure. All those are poverty mentality. Some of us have not made money, but we are even self-sabotaging ourselves. Somebody make a post, educational post that will change your life. In the comment section, you come and post, this thing fit work for Nigeria, make I invest for Nigeria, go for it. You see comments, now them run. Oh. You see an opportunity, you already label it a scam, poverty mentality. Somebody come and say, I make this money online, it's a scam. You just see them in the comment section, the masses, poverty mentality, always dragging. You only, everybody that have become rich to you is a bad person. It's either the person scam people or the person did richer, poverty mentality. Those are some of the mentality you need to start dropping in 2026 if you want to become rich. Because you can never attract what you constantly criticize. You can never attract what you constantly despise. You cannot despise rich people. You cannot call every opportunity a scam. You cannot insult rich people. Some of you are subconsciously happy when bad things happen to rich people. You see a lot of girls always dragging Vicky James. Why do they have the interest of Vicky James? She's doing well. She's obviously rich. They're angry and they're dragging her. Do you think they're dragging her because they're just dragging her? Some of them, they're angry that she's rich and she's coming out. If Vicky James was poor, do you think she would have had many enemies? Poverty mindset, the masses mindset. That's why a lot of parents are poor. The moment you start identifying as a rich, you need to drop more for those mentality. You need to drop them. Am I talking to somebody? It's more like I say I'm preaching. Are we learning something? Please let me know if you are learning something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it inspiring? Am I wasting your time?
Yes, yes, very,
Very, very
Please
inspiring.
type. Don't just type so that everybody can. That person, is disturbing us. I beg, pause your. If you are learning something, let me know you are learning something. Very good. We are learning, which is very, very good. So some of us, we need to drop some mindset in 2026. You cannot afford to be thinking like the poor. You cannot afford to be thinking like the masses. No, 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 no. You cannot afford to be doing that. I beg. 2026. You need to be different. You are a celebrity. You need to start thinking like that. You are rich. I remember back then in school days, I'll tell myself, I didn't have food to eat at all. I didn't have food to eat. I won't know. I won't know where my next meal will come from. But then you see me saying that I'm rich. I'll keep on saying that I'm a millionaire. I don't know why I was doing that. Maybe because maybe it was because I listened to a lot of Pastor Chris in school. So I'll come and say I'm a millionaire and I didn't have nothing. I didn't have a couple to my name, but I'll keep on proclaiming it. What was I doing? I was rewiring my mind. I was changing my mindset. So some of you need to do that. You don't be money does not make you rich. It is the wealth mindset that makes you rich. And it's going to take a long period of time for you to adapt because even me, I'm not perfect. I'm not from a rich home. I'm not perfect. I'm still a victim of some of these things. I'm not coming to tell you I'm the perfect person. No, if I say I'm perfect, I'm lying to you. God will punish me if I come and tell you that I have completely overcome 100% of this mindset. I have not. I'm still struggling and learning. But the first step to change is being conscious of it. The fact that you are aware, because some of you are not aware of all these mistakes you have been making. You don't know you are making the mistakes. You don't know you are doing it wrongly. That now that you are aware tonight is a good thing. Because being wealthy is a journey. It's going to take a lot of time for you to rewire your mindset. Because this thing takes years for you to cultivate. So it's going to take years for you to pull them down. It's going to take years. Right? Because some of us, you are the weapon that is fashioned against yourself. You don't know. Your mindset is what is stopping you. Your mindset. So make a decision this 2026 to work on your mind. And how do you work on your mind? It's simple. The things you consume. The things you consume is what will change your mind. The books you read is what will change your mind. Start reading financial books. Buy financial books and read. Go to the bookshop, buy books and read. Listen to people. Listen to things like this I'm saying. Attend seminars. It is not a waste of time. Pay for courses. Don't follow what the masses are saying. They're telling you it's a waste of time. They're telling you they're wasting your money. No, don't be like that. Don't think get rich. No, be different. You need to be different. I'm telling you, most of us here are young. You see, most people in this generation, or this 10, 20 years from now, most people are going to live in wretched and abject poverty because of the decisions they are making today. You'll be shocked that most of the influencers you are following, you are seeing, they are going to end up in abject poverty. But some of you here, some people you are not seeing, they are under the radar, building slowly. Give them 10 years. Give them 5 years. You are going to be amazed at how they are coming out. Why? Because of the principles I'm talking about. Because of these principles I'm sharing, your mind is a very, very powerful tool. Your mind is a very, very powerful tool. Some of you think that there is no money. You have come to believe. Do you know that? Let me tell you a story. Do you know I have a friend in Lagos? Who is that person disturbing us? Stop disturbing us, please. Right, David Friday, mute your speaker. I have a friend in Lagos. That is currently working in InterSwitch. But some of you, those of you that don't know what InterSwitch is, you see, when you make a transfer from UBA to GT, two different banks, it's InterSwitch that connects them. Or when you go and use, maybe you carry First Bank ATM to go and withdraw in GTB. InterSwitch is what connects them. It's one of the biggest tech companies in Nigeria. So he's working in InterSwitch. He was my second university mate. Do you know that that boy, at a point in his life, he had like 4 jobs offer, and he rejected about, I think 5 or 7. 5 or 7 offers, and he rejected most of them. He now went to work with Access Bank. Then he resigned from Access Bank and went to InterSwitch. In this same country that people are saying no job. Now my friend, he had about 100 job, 10 or 7 job offers with different companies in Lagos. But this same country, graduates are shouting every day that there are no jobs. But the question you might be asking, how did he get those offers? I'm going to tell you why. Do you know that boy, in the space of about a few months, that boy applied for 150 jobs. He sent his CV and applied for over 150 jobs. And he got a lot of them, and he had to reject some. But you see some people in this country, they have not even applied for one job. They are just running with that mindset that the masses are programmed that there's no job. So you see them coming singing, this country will work no. They also say, who tell you say work no dey the country? This country with money no dey. Now only people with the build and buy car and Yahoo people. That's the mindset some of us have. And that is why we can never ever be rich until we drop that mindset. That's why we can never ever be rich until we drop that mindset. So this 2026, make a deliberate decision. Make a deliberate decision to pick up the right mindset. We have already spent 1 hour. So let's continue. This mindset thing, please don't take it for granted. So the last point before we talk about how I've made money online. So I talked about having the proper mindset. I don't want to start telling you to save, have emergency funds, all those things are things that I say every day. If you have not learned all those things by now, if you are following me in this group, then you are not a serious person. So I'm not coming to tell you to start saving and all that. I'm talking about the most important things that you won't hear in the classroom, because this is I'm saying to you are the brutal and honest truth. And most of your university lecturers don't even know them. That's why they are poor. Wealth is an identity. You become rich, then you make money. That's it. Keep on saying it. You become rich, then you make money. You don't make money, then you become rich, then you. So you need to identify as a wealthy person. You need to identify as a wealthy person. You need to identify as a wealthy person. Please do that. You become rich, then you make money. You become rich, then you make money. I don't know why that word is just in my mind. You become rich. Maybe that word for somebody. We're over 60 years, so that's very good. You become rich. So you tell yourself, I am rich. Even if you are in debt, even if you are owing money, it doesn't matter. Give it a few years. I bet you small, you don't want to end up like your parents. Some of our parents are not rich. You don't want to end up like that. You don't want to end up like that. You don't want to end up like that. You become rich, then you make money. Money is good. Money is very, very good. Money is so good. Money is very, 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 very good. Money is very, very good. Money is very, very good. Some of us don't know. Some of you don't know the what poverty can do. That's why you are still joking with your financial life. Money is very, very good. You change people's life when you make money. You impact people. You become money is good. Please make money. Please take your financial life serious. Please take your financial life serious. You are rich. It's your identity. You identify as a wealthy person. You identify as a wealthy person. You identify as a wealthy person. Please type it in the comment section. I identify as a wealthy person. Type it. Type it. Let me see it. I identify as a wealthy person. You identify as a wealthy person. Identify. Type it. Let me see it. Yes, I identify as a wealthy person. Before we move to the last point. That should be your confession. That's what you should be saying. Because it is what you say, it is what you think that will determine your life eternal. You see all this secret of invest, do this, do this. These things are the major things that will change your life. These things are the major things that school will not teach you. These things are the major things. It was Jim Rohn that said, if you want to live an average life, get a formal education. A formal education will give you an average life. But if you want to live an exceptional life, get self-education. What you are getting now is self-education. You are learning outside the classroom. That's what you are getting, self-education. 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 If it was not for self-education, if it was not because of self-education, maybe I would be somewhere in the front of an office desk making 300,000 naira per month. Maybe I'll be in front of an office desk making 300,000 naira every month. Maybe I'll be somewhere with one boss shouting at me. But it's because of self-education, I've decided to invest in myself. That's why I am impacting you guys here. That's why I'm impacting persons. I'm making life better. That's why I'm making my life better. Self-education is important. Self-education is important. It's very, very important. It's very, 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 very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Then the last step, the last point, go the extra mile in 2026. Don't let anybody outwork you in your industry or in your niche. Don't let anybody outwork you in your industry, in your niche. One of the things that have helped me grow very well on TikTok was because I post 3 videos every day on TikTok. Am I the only financial consultant or coach on TikTok? No, I'm not the only financial consultant on TikTok. But most of them post 1 video in 2 days, 1 in 3 days. But I post 3 every day. That's why you go to TikTok and videos always there. Don't let anybody outwork you in your niche. You go to Facebook, I'm there. Go to TikTok, I'm there. Don't let anybody outwork you. Go the extra mile in 2026. In that your job, don't let anybody outwork you. In that your industry, don't let anybody outwork you. Go the extra mile. Femi Otedola said something that when he started his company, he was going to work around 5:30. He was staying in Ikeja. Then he would drive to the island 5:30. Then he would finish working around 2 a.m. at night and come back and sleep. Then 5:30 again, and go to work. How would he not become a billionaire? Some of us, we are too lazy. We are too lazy. Very, very lazy. in 2026, work very hard. Sometimes you need to work very, very, very hard to win. You need to work very, very, very hard to win. You can't afford to be lazy in 2026. You can't afford to be lazy in 2026. No, 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 no. You can't afford to do that. So go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. So any question before I proceed so far from what I've said? Go the extra mile in 2026. Work extremely hard. So I've given 10 points. Before we move to the next phase of the session, please just type in your questions. If you have any questions, then I'll just quickly answer them. Then we'll move to the next phase of the session. So I'll give you guys like 2 minutes to type your questions. Don't use voice. Type it, please. I'm going to answer your question in 2 minutes. Just type your question.
From side na from unake ever ahaba ever ahaba no like see
So let me
ever
answer the
go
question.
airport
That person
price
disturbing us. Who is that person?
this 12 o'clock 1 o'clock you feel the waka you dey see road without using your toes.
Young B, mute your speaker. Mute your speaker. You are disturbing us, Young B. So someone is asking, sir, please, can you list the points again? Okay, let me do that. I'm going to list the points again. I'm going to list the points again. So number 1, review your 2025. Number 2, keep record. Number 3, set goals. Number 4, detoxify your environment. Number 5, build a strong cash flow system in 2026. Number 6, liberate the internet. Number 7, take investment seriously. Number 8, detoxify your mindset. And number 9, go the extra mile in 2026. Then Annie Watts is saying, liberate the internet. Most of us are not socialized, or let me say, shy to appear in front of the camera. I believe you understand me. Then you must not show your face. People are on Twitter creating content without showing their face. You don't have to show your face on the internet now. Are there not people on Twitter? Twitter, you can create a faceless account and post your content on Twitter. You see X. Okay, X. It's now called X. You don't have to show your face. But then it's still not an excuse, though. Because let me tell you something. Why are you shy? Why will you be shy in 2026? Who are you shy for? How will you be shy? No, don't be shy, you. Don't be shy at all. So now, the next question, sir, what about the apps you asked us to download? Go through the course in your email. Everything is there. Go through the course. Then Prince Astino is saying, sir, please, how can you advise me to invest 200K? It depends on you, child. You can put some part of the money, let's say 50% in mutual funds and 50% in crypto or stocks. You can buy the stocks I'm holding. I'm going to be dropping the stocks next week. Next week, I'm going to buy some stocks. I'm going to drop them in the group. So you can buy those ones. Which mutual fund is good? Buy Stanbic IBTC mutual fund. But although I don't think you can find it in Cowrywise. Okay, you can do Cowrywise mutual funds. Cowrywise mutual funds is good on the Cowrywise app. It's good. Then Joanne is saying, how can I build a strong cash flow? And please recommend some books, sir. Strong cash flow. Number one, get a good source of income, like learn a skill, learn a good skill. Learn a good skill. Then books. Go and buy, start by reading the what was this book called? Oh God. Hey, forgotten this book. I wanted to read it. The Richest Man in Babylon. Joanne, go and read The Richest Man in Babylon. Get the book and read. Buy the book and read The Richest Man in Babylon. Please read it, Joanne. And for some of you here, try to read that book. If you go through the course in your email, you will learn everything about mutual funds. Those are not questions you should be asking. I explained everything in the course. So let's continue. Questions have ended. Let's quickly continue so that I'll round up So let's end the question for now. Let's continue. Godwin saying, how can you build a strong cash flow in a local environment? Get a skill, a paying skill, and monetize it. Then how can one use little funds to buy BTC, Ethereum, and BNB? In that course, I explained how to buy crypto. Everything is in the course in your email, or you can change the pin charts. Mohammed Bello is saying, you talk of changing the environment to network with wealthy mindset. If one wishes to change the environment by traveling abroad with limited finance and not knowing anyone in the new location, how can one proceed there? You don't have to change your environment to abroad to meet wealthy persons. You can actually meet wealthy persons in Nigeria. Once in a while, you can go to an hotel and relax. I'm not saying you should lodge. Maybe you can just go around and buy a bottle of drink. Just go to where wealthy people are. Wealthy people are in classy hotels. Wealthy people are in program. There are a lot of events and programs, especially if you're in big cities. That's where you see wealthy people, right? Various classy activities like that, you see wealthy people. You must not relocate to abroad before you meet wealthy persons. Then, can someone take trading as a occupation? Why not? The signals in this group are enough for anybody to make money. Signals are being dropped in this group every single day. Signals are constantly dropped, and those signals are high value signals. So you can take the signals, make money, or you can even learn to analyze by yourself. In the course, there's a complete course of technical analysis that will teach you how to trade. Take it and you make money from trading with it consistently. Ikena, please share the book here. You can share the book here if you have the PDF. You can share it here if you have the PDF. You can share it. The Richest Man in Babylon. You can share it here if you have the PDF. Thank you for that. So let's continue. Can we invest in Transport Hotel? If you want to invest in Transport Hotel, please dollar cost average into it. Dollar cost average. Therefore, David, go through the course. You learn how to trade stocks. Everything is in your email. Therefore, Ekele that is asking, check the signal group, the pin chart, the course is still there. For those of you that don't want to check your email, the signal group, the course is there. So that was it for questions. Don't ask questions again. Let's continue so that we can round up and go and sleep. Anybody that asks questions, maybe you wait till the end of the session, then you ask. So let's talk about some of the things that I've done to make over 100 or close to $100,000 from the internet. Now, number one is this. My biggest secret is I consistently invest in myself. That's my biggest secret to date. I consistently invest in myself. Now, this past month, at least 10 persons met me paid me for consulting, one-on-one sessions, at least 10% this past month, which is December. The only reason people paid me was because I have knowledge, I have things they want to learn, right? I have something that I have, and the only reason I have knowledge is because I have invested in myself. You have to invest in yourself. So that's my biggest secret. What do I mean by invest in yourself? How can you really invest in yourself? Number one, read books. Read a lot of books. Read a lot of books. I've read about, let me say, anything between 100 to 200 books. Some of you have never read one book in your life. I'm just laughing. One book at all, some of you have never read. No, don't do that. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Number one, my biggest secret, I constantly invest myself. Some of you that follow me on TikTok, you wonder how did this guy know all these things he shared? Invest in knowledge. I invest in knowledge. When you invest in knowledge, you become sought after. People want to follow you, people want to learn from you because you are valuable. You are valuable. People want to learn from you. I invest in knowledge. Don't joke with it. Then number two, I have the guts to try things. I have the guts to try things. Let me explain. When I started, I graduated with a first class. For most of you that don't know, I left school with a first class, and all my life. So let me just give you a brief about my story. All my life, I wanted to become a lecturer because I was a very good teacher. I am a very good teacher. At least most of you can testify to that. I'm a very good teacher. So this teaching thing I'm doing is not today I started it. I started teaching since when I was in secondary school. I'll call my younger brother, I'll sit him down, I'll teach him. Then when I entered school, I started teaching people from my 200 level. From my 200 level, I'll gather my fellow classmates. I'll start teaching them. I taught in 200 level, I taught in 300 level, even 400 level. I'll gather. At some point, I even taught my seniors in school. So I have been teaching since day one. I'm a born, it's like more like a kid. So I know how to communicate and simplify stuff to people. So all my life was, okay, once I finish school, since I know how to teach, I'll become a lecturer after I have the first class. So when I left school in 2019, I started creating content on Facebook just because I felt I have knowledge that people needed to know. Because I started reading very young. From when I was in secondary school, I'll just buy books. I'll use my phone, that time my small phone. I'll go online, I'll download the PDFs and I'll read. I was just reading. I was reading a lot of motivational books. So by the time I left school, I had enough things in my head that I felt I needed to share. Most of the things, looking back, they were actually funny because now I'm more advanced, but I was sharing them. I'll create content, I'll post on Facebook and all that. So I did it for a while. And then I thought, okay, this thing I'm doing, let me even monetize it. And since I graduated with first class, I started teaching students academic excellence. I'll tell them, well, come and pay me. I'm going to teach how to succeed in school and all that. I was not getting much people to pay me. I was making peanuts, but it was something. So that's God to try something new. Even if I have decided that all my life I'm going to become a lecturer, even if people's expectation, even my parents' expectation of me was to become a lecturer, was something I need to do. And some of you, that is what is limiting you. You don't have the mind. You need to have mind to succeed. I didn't know that this new thing I wanted to do, I'm not going to succeed. I was going to make it. I just said, let me try it. Because it was like my future was guaranteed in lecturing. I had the opportunity to even get a lecturing job and all that. I had the professor friend that was telling me, come, I'm going to give you a job. and I had to leave all that to focus on what I'm doing now. It takes guts, it takes mind, it takes audacity. It takes audacity to come to social media, make a post and tell people, pay me to teach. It takes audacity. It takes audacity to come and post it out there that I'm Africa #1 finance coach. It takes audacity. It takes audacity to charge for your knowledge. It takes mind. It takes God. You must have that audacity in yourself if you want to make a lot of money from the internet. If you want to make a lot of money anywhere, you must have audacity. You must have an unwavering belief in yourself. You must be delusional at some point. It's a must. Because who are you to come and say people should pay me? But you must come out and say they should pay you. You must have that audacity. So I had serious audacity. I have guts. I had mind. Because a lot of persons are going to reject you. A lot of persons are going to insult you. A lot of persons are going to look down on you. A lot of persons are going to trample on you. I faced many challenges in my early days. I had people coming to my DM to insult me unprovoked, and even up to today, I faced that. So you need to, with some of you, if I tell you the things I've passed through, some of you would have quit and stopped. More insult they insult you like this, you have started crying. You cannot pursue your dream again because your friend did not approve of it. You cry and you'll be in depression for 2 weeks. No. If you want to be successful, you need to have audacity. You need to have mind. It takes mind to be successful. In my 200 level, I went to meet my lecturer. I was in 200 level. I went to meet my lecturer and I told her that I wanted to write a book in biochemistry because I studied biochemistry. I had a first class in biochemistry. I told her that I want to write a book in biochemistry and sell to biochemistry students. I was in 200 level. She looked at me, she laughed, and she told me that I should go and read my book. But it took audacity for me to go and do that. And guess what? In my 400 level, I wrote my first book. I printed all the copies and I gave everything out for free. In my 400 level. But it takes audacity. For a 200 level student coming to them want to write a book in a course that he has barely started studying and say he wants to sell it. Mind, it takes guts. You need to have that guts. You need to see yourself in a way that people will not see you. If you want to succeed financially, you need to have it. Except you want to live an average life. Before I post the content on social media, go and check the comment section of some of my content. You see people insulting me there. Can you take insults? Can you see it, ignore it, and laugh over it? You need to get to that level if you want to win, especially the fact that I talked about the fact that you need to leverage on the internet. The 1 million naira a month, the 2 million naira a month, the 5 million naira a month you are looking for, do you think it's going to fall on your laps? Can you fund your account, enter a trade, lose a trade, enter again, lose a trade, enter a trade again, and not give up? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you sit down, go through a course, learn everything and practice it? Can you take? I remember when I was learning technical analysis, a 1 hour video, I used about 2 weeks to watch that video. I'll watch it again, watch it again. I'll watch a part for like 3-4 times. I used to watch a video on technical analysis. You think that the knowledge I'm going to share with you guys, I didn't think it fell on my lap. It takes guts, it takes audacity, it takes hard work to get to this level. Do you think it's going to fall on your lap? You want to be making 5 million a month, you want to be making 1 million, 2 million a month. Do you think it's going to just fall on your lap? You will fail many times. You will cry, you will want to give up, but you need to keep on going because it takes audacity to get to that level. I usually tell people that normal people cannot become rich. No, if you are normal, you cannot become rich. Who is that person that is talking? If you are normal, every single person that is doing outstanding, they don't behave like a normal person. When I'm talking about normal, I'm not talking about being mad. I'm talking about doing things that a normal Nigerian wouldn't do. A normal person will not print books and give out every of the copy. A normal person will not do that. At a point, Elon Musk made money, invested the money in paper, and was sleeping in his car. Is that a normal person? Today is one of the richest man in the world. Actually, the richest man. Is that what a normal person will do? Make money, invest everything in business, and sleep in his car. The normal average Nigerian will make money and he buys beds. I was a millionaire years back, but I was using a small techno phone. Now I'm actually using a Samsung. The only reason I'm using a Samsung is because I'm using it for my business. If it's not because of my business, I'll stick to my small phone. But the average Nigerian makes 1 million. You go and buy iPhone, he has arrived. You go and buy a car, he makes 5 million, makes 10 million. The next thing you're thinking of to buy a car. I need to go and stay in Lekki. Don't the moment you start thinking like that, you will end up average. You cannot do what the normal person is doing. You cannot do what the normal person is doing and expect to get a standing result. You cannot be normal if you want to be rich. You cannot be normal. You cannot do what normal people are doing. You have to do these things differently. So you must be willing to try and fail. Try and fail. Back then, these days, I'll write content, I'll post it on Facebook, you'll post it on YouTube, some of you like it. And when I started back then, I would write my content, read it, you see a lot of typographical error, a lot of grammatical nonsense that I was writing. A lot of people will read it and laugh. But I didn't give up, even in the midst of laughter, even in the midst of insult, even in the midst of inconsistency, I didn't give up. Do you think I got to this level now by luck? No, it's not by luck. It is because of consistent work. So you have to have audacity and unwavering belief in yourself that you can get to that level. I'm not coming to tell you that for you to make money, you need to sell the product. It's common knowledge. You know that you need to sell a product. You know that the money is not going to fall from you. You know you need to start a business to make money. But these are the things that you won't learn. It is called soft skills. Anybody can start a business, but can anybody grow the business? Any lady today can start a skincare brand. Of course, anybody can do it. With a small capital, can't start a skincare brand. But is everybody that will succeed in a skincare brand? Because not everybody know what I'm telling you now. Some people will start a skincare brand, they not get customers in 1 day, 1 week, and they are giving up already. When I started my business years back, 4 months, I didn't make money. For 4 months, I was doing it. When I started posting my video on TikTok, I posted video for months without going viral. I posted 87 videos without going viral. It was the 88th video that went viral. 87. Nobody was doing it. I'll get 100 views. 87 videos. Most of you post 1, post 2, post 3. Nobody's doing it, and that's it. You have stopped. You have quit. Nobody will come and tell you this. So I'm not coming to tell you if you want to make 10 million naira next year, go and start affiliate marketing. You know that. You have it. Everybody has been telling you that. You go to YouTube, it's there. It's there. The signals alone in this book can make you money. The signals alone in this book, if you take the signals with $100, you can grow your account to $1,000 with the signals alone. So I'm not coming to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that sometimes you will fail. Sometimes you will lose money with the signals. But will you give up? That is what will separate you from those people that are consistent. I'm going to tell you that sometimes you will not feel like taking the signal. Sometimes you'll be depressed. Sometimes everything will tire you. Sometimes it will not make sense. But it is what will separate you from winning and losing is when you consistently push. So you must have a why. Why are you in this journey? Why do you want to succeed? You feel your why is too shallow because your own is just you want to buy an iPhone. That is your priority. So when you buy an iPhone, your motivation has reduced down to 0, and that's where you are now. So normal people don't become rich. 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 If you want to be rich, be abnormal. Don't do what a normal person will do. Don't do what a normal person will do. So I had audacity. I had mind. I had an unwavering belief in myself. Some of you, with your parents, you need to fight. Your parents will limit your potential. Because you are thinking big, you are thinking big, and your parents is telling you to go and get a job. They want the best for you, but is that really the right thing? You have to follow your guts. That's the next thing I want to say. Follow your guts. Let me tell you something. Trust your guts. You have to trust your guts. Some of you already know what you want to do because your guts your mind has been telling you. You think it's just that small voice is just there. It has been telling you. You already know what you want to do. You know it already. But why are you not doing it? You are trying other things. You are trying other things because what your mind is telling you doesn't make sense. You are trying. No. You need to trust your guts. You need to trust yourself. You need to do it. Oh. Trust your guts. You need to trust your guts. You need to trust your guts. You need to trust your guts. Trust your intuition. It speaks to you. I rely on my intuition. I trust it. It speaks to me. And I don't feel it will lead me in the wrong path. You need to trust your gut. Some of you already know the next business to do. You know the right investment to do because your gut is telling you. See, I'm telling you categorically, in this internet, learn to filter advice. It's not every advice you take. It's not every advice that is for you. Learn to filter advice. Don't run with every single advice that every guru is saying. It's not even every advice that I say that is for you. It is not every advice that I'm saying in this video. In this entire session we have spent over an hour, going to 2 hours. Out of the 1 hour, 30 minutes I've spoken, it's not every message that is for you. Some messages are not for you. Learn to filter the one that is for you and run with it. So some will not align with your dream right now. Some will not align with what you want right now. Learn to filter it and run with the one that will filter you. That will move you to the next level. I followed my gut. I follow my gut a lot. That's why I started Financial Master Academy. If I did not follow my gut, I will not start Financial Master Academy. I will not do it. My gut is telling me. And I just know it's the right thing. I know what I'm doing is right. I just know. You will just know. You just have that peace. You will know. You will know. You will know. Follow your gut. Follow your gut. Then finally, get mentorship. Get mentorship. Get mentorship. Please and please and please and please. I think this is one of the things that if I had done earlier, I would have been far, like I would have gone far more. Get access to, when I mean mentorship, I'm not saying you should go and like follow people. What I mean is learn from persons. I think I should put it that way. Learn from people and implement what you are learning. Which you are fortunate to be here, you're already learning. Please, whatever you learn, implement it. There's no difference between you and someone that's not implemented. There's no difference between you and someone that was not here if you don't implement. I mean, if you don't implement everything I've said here, if you don't act on one of the things I've said here, then there's no difference between you and the person that is not here. No difference. No difference. No difference at all. If you don't act. I've shared many things here. And everything I've shared, you only need one to run with to change your 2026. Please run with it. By December of this year, I'm going to go back and say, thank God I was in this session. Thank God I followed what Mr. Lucas said. You are going to see the impact in your life. You are going to see the impact in your life. I'm telling you. You are going to see the impact in your life. What really makes people succeed is some of the things I just shared. Because let me tell you something. Some of the business you will start today, even your trading journey, it will not be easy. But you need mental strength to win. And that's what you are developing now. You are developing mental strength. You are developing resilience. Can you do the boring things? Can you wake up and do one thing every day? The boring things. Do you know it takes? Because let me tell you something, the motivation will not always be there. Because some of you now that this guy have shared this book in this group, all of you saying thank you. After 2 pages, some of you will drop it and you will not go back to it. Some of you have books that you have started, you are not feeling it now. That is why you are where you are. No discipline. You need to be responsible. Can you start a book? Start with that one first. Just finish a book you start. Some of you cannot do as simple as that is. You cannot finish a book. You cannot. How are you a young person in this generation? I'm telling you to read a book, you're telling me the pages is too much. What are you now doing with your life? You can watch an entire football match, you can watch a whole season film. There are people that finish a season film in one sitting. But tell those same persons to read a book that will change your life. It is too much. Things like that disgust me. You are young. Take advantage of this opportunity. And even if you are old, I know we are many years. Some of you here are way older than me. Some of you here are even my parents' mates and all that. I know that. But I know that majority of us here are young. We need to take our life serious, I beg. We need to do that. We need to do that. So I think I'll stop here for tonight. We're already to 11. I don't want to talk too much. I'll just take a few questions, then I'm going to round up this session. And we are going to meet maybe later this month or next month. So, any question? Let me end the recording. For those of us that did not start with us, or for those of us that had issues with network, I'm going to try to drop the recording later this week or next week so that we can listen to it. Then, even if you followed us from the beginning to the end, once in a while, listen to the recording again. It will serve as a reminder, it will motivate you to push one another. So, did we learn anything? What did we learn? You can drop a comment on what you learned, a short comment, what you learned from this session. Was it inspiring? Did you waste your time? Then you can also drop your question and I'm going to answer it.